How you guys doing today? It's Anthony Gangi. Welcome to another episode of Tier Talk. Guys, we have a lot of people crossing into the supervisory position. And a lot of them feel that they are not ready to take that position. Again, guys, our facilities right now are seriously understaffed, so they're pushing a lot of people up because of, obviously, in desperation. You know, we need people, and senior people are leaving, so you could be a senior staff member just a few years in. Having said that, in an effort to keep them moving and to keep them motivated to take the position, because at this point, we have to keep them motivated. I mean, think about it right now. Some facilities, having someone on the job for 2 or 3 years can make them a senior staff member. So a lot of these people that are crossing into these supervisory positions, they feel that they're not ready. They're not able to take the challenge. They're actually expecting that before they cross in, they have to be perfect. Now, guys, these are different times, and I would tell people that, you know, you want to wait it out. You want to make sure that you can lean on a good amount of evaluated experiences. But with that said, we don't have the luxury at some of these places. So I still want to be able to motivate people to cross in if they happen to be the most senior staff. Again, it's different times. So I have something coming out in my daily reader. It should be released on sometime next year. But this is about seek authenticity as you strive for perfection. If one seeks to have a perfect career in corrections, they'll be sadly disappointed when they quickly find out that perfection in correction is an unattainable myth. There are so many decisions that must be made throughout the course of the day that staff are bound to get some wrong. Sometimes correctional staff, even their leaders, hold themselves to these ridiculously high standards, these high sets of expectations, that if at any point they fail to balance expectation with behavior and capabilities, they fall into a state of dispositional depression. In essence, they take the total blame for failing without possibly taking into account that maybe the failure occurred because the test was rigged. Basically, it wasn't about being right, but rather about personal and professional growth. In corrections, it is great to strive for perfection every day. It truly is a great way to create positive momentum as one moves forward in their career. But be mindful. Striving for perfection is a trajectory of growth and not a path towards self-defeating beliefs. Growth can occur through success, but more so through failure. No one should ever allow a want to be perfect to destroy the greatest chance for personal and professional growth. It's failure. Instead, it's best to seek authenticity as you strive for perfection. This will allow for a level of humbleness during the strive for perfection. It will allow staff to embrace their vulnerabilities with the growth mindset, knowing that failure isn't permanent. By the way, neither is success. As for a leader, it also provides their staff with a clear understanding of who they work for. And with that understanding comes greater trust. Remember, striving to be perfect is not truly about being perfect. It's really about growth. Staff should look to grow every day, which includes taking risks and stepping out of one's comfort zone. As leaders, if they can model a growth mindset that strives for perfection on a road that allows for failure and vulnerability, their staff will embrace their own set of failures and vulnerabilities in their attempts to grow and strive for perfection as well. Therefore, as I stated above, seek authenticity as you strive for perfection. So again, guys, it's different times. We have people taking leadership positions within 2 or 3 years on the job because they happen to be most senior. And we need to do what we can to motivate them, to let them know you're seeking the position to grow, and that you may have these ridiculously high expectations that you feel you need to meet, and therefore you become very hesitant when jumping into the position. But guys, taking the position doesn't mean you know everything. I mean, sometimes you have to allow yourself to feel that you're not the smartest person in the room. So enter the supervisory position willing to learn. That's the key. I wish times were different, but right now, guys, senior staff, may only have 2 or 3 years in some places. It's a scary thought. But if they have a growth mindset and they evaluate their experiences, we'll get through this. As always, guys, the show is Tear Talk. If you haven't, please subscribe, interact, engage, comment, hit that bell. Bell's going to notify you every time I post a video. Stay safe.